Turtle Army. Welcome to a new video. So I was in the middle of preparing to start making another video and I realized this is the perfect chance to make a Mcreator tutorial in the way that I use it, which is to create superheroes and stuff. So I took my prompt for ChatGPT and now I'm creating it for my MetaHumans mod, GPT's MetaHumans. As you can see, I already have a bunch of things in the mod, so I'll use these as like reference points and explain how they work and why they work and what they work for. Specifically, I will be working in NeoForge 1.21.4, and each one of these individual things is a different mod element. As you can see here, I have 39. As you can see, I have included each of the abilities that I have for the other characters that ChatGPT gave me. So now we're going to be hitting prompt. And we have null current. Ooh, hold on. Power absorption and negation. Short-term ability to drain or dampen powers on contact. You know what? Null current sounds like the character we're going to be making here. We're going to ask ChatGPT to generate a visual image, which will be how I create the costume. First up, I'm going to be demonstrating how you get a model like this. So first you would come down here and create a Minecraft skin, create a new model. You can apply a texture if you already have one. I recommend not doing that. Make sure your player is wide, otherwise it will go slim and that will only fit slim character models. You can also do a model for literally any other item or character. If it's a living thing in the game, it will be here. Make sure your layer texture is off and your pose is off. Hit confirm. You will get this. And if you hit file, you can convert project, and then make sure it's a modded entity. Because this is an armor, you do not want a GeckoLib or Optifine or anything. You want a modded entity, and you also want to create a copy. Hit confirm, it will open up your new window, and this will be a Minecraft skin. Okay, it'll look like your Minecraft skin, but this is technically a living entity. So now you would just come here and you would delete all these base layers, just like this. Then once you have all that deleted, you would delete this until you end up with this, and you have all of these available, so it's only the layers at the end. Please, for the love of God, when you go to texture it, make sure that your front facing is this side with the end, the north. Because if you start texturing on this side, the entire skin will be backwards. Alright, now that ChatGPT has finished creating all of our characters, Null Current is the one we're going to be making. He looks like a mix between Black Noir from The Boys and Zoom from the CW. Now coming back to here, what we want to do is create texture, and then name your texture. You can name it whatever you want. This is just what I'm naming it because that's how it works in my brain. Don't mess with anything else here. You don't need that. Hit confirm. Again, make sure you are on the north side. And this is where you create the actual texture for your armor. So for us, because he seems to be basically all black with different shades along with the electricity on his chest, we're going to be doing a cheeky little cheat where you can just pretty much do this. Let me go ahead and make sure we have the base area. Come in here to paint, go in here, and then you can pretty much just zoom in and fill in these ones. And even if you go and you fill in something like this, it won't hurt your skin or mess with the system that turns into code, or it won't do anything like that. And just like that, we have an all black character. Now we can zoom out, make sure we have the front facing end. For now, we're going to be adding in the electrical pattern on his chest. So it's sort of this kind of coloring. I'd make it a little bit different. I will be removing each arm so I can add in the texture here. As you can see, I didn't get it exactly 1-to-1, however, so I am going to get a slightly less dark coloring, which will be pretty much gray, and that's how I'm going to be adding in the details of the armor, such as things like his eyes. Okay, with a little bit of creative liberty, this is where I've ended up for the eyes. It looks bad, but ignore it. We'll be going ahead and making this slightly darker, and now the head matches, so that's that. We won't be including any mouth section or anything like that. Next up will be the belt, but instead of letting the belt be all black, Now, why am I taking the creative liberty of changing the belt? Well, because I want a little bit of contrast, if I'm going to be honest. Texturing is all about kind of just throwing whatever on there and seeing what you like. Now, so this is the character so far. This is null current. So now what we do is we go ahead and we would export this file. And by exporting it, you would export a Java entity. Though I've already done that, so I don't need to. What I do need to do is save the skin. You can save it anywhere on a computer, but I have a specific spot. Now if I come here, I can go ahead and create a new armor. Make sure it's an armor. And name it null current. Now I have a base armor type that I can use to temporarily texturize this skin. Come here, make sure you have an armor layer texture. The best way to get this is to come to tools, create armor texture, and then hit save this armor, and then you would name it. You can change whether it's chainmail, leather, or standard. You can also change the coloring of it, so you can turn it purple, or you could turn it, let's do this color. So anyways, I have this standard gray one. Now you can change something like the armor, the enchantability, toughness, knockback, and any objects or items that can repair your armor. Visually, we're going to be coming over here. For me, I have model brick. Null current armor skin. Make sure when you get your model, you put in the right spots. So left arm here, right arm here. For the legs, we go here. Left leg, but not left leg 2. Right leg, but not right leg 2. And so now that we're at the boots, I will explain why I have them separated. The reason you have left leg and right leg 2 is for the boots. So when you put on the boots, it doesn't attach the legs with you. And when you put on the legs, it doesn't also attach the boots with you.